My name is Maria, and I want to tell you a little bit about tapping. I want to introduce you to this incredible stress reduction technique. So it's known as tapping, also known as EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. And I'm not exactly sure how long it's been around, but it's been studied since the 90s. And it's a technique that literally lowers the cortisol in your body and it calms down the amygdala, which is the kind of animalistic part of your brain, the part of the brain that goes into fight flight. And so, what happens when you embody this technique, which I will also show you, you tap on different parts of the body, is that it interrupts that kind of stress response. And so, it allows you to clear the stress. It allows you to lower your stress in response to emotions, allowing you to feel safe in maybe situations that stretch you. So, you can really use it for so many different things. You can use it to literally calm yourself down. You can use it to release emotions that are feeling really overwhelming. You can use it to shift how you think about something. You can use it to shift out of a limiting belief. So let go of a limiting belief and insert a better one. Because, like I said, it literally rewires your brain. It creates new neural pathways. And because the way that it works is that you first have to actually acknowledge how you feel. So this is not about like spiritually bypassing and being like, oh, don't feel that way. Literally, we're just going to focus on this other emotion. It's like we acknowledge the feeling you have and actually amplify that feeling. And then that's where the stress reduction comes in. We calm down your brain, we calm down your nervous system, and then we can shift into another feeling. And so, what is really cool about tapping is that it does one of two things. The first one is it either will shift how you feel or it will shift how you feel about what you're feeling. So, either way, you're going to leave feeling better. So, sometimes what you're working through maybe has many layers to it, and we can't just shift it out in one session, in one round. That's important to acknowledge because some things, like maybe you're working through, I don't know, being comfortable in a new relationship, and there's a lot of layers to that, of like being seen as yourself. Or maybe you are I don't know, raising your capacity for receiving more money, and there's a lot of layers around scarcity, right? Like we are conditioned in so many ways to not ask for more than we need, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So sometimes there can be a lot of layers to it, but we can always shift how you feel about how you're feeling, and that is a really that can make a really big impact, right? It's like the resistance can cause so much extra stress, and if we can just allow ourselves to feel how we feel, we can typically move through it, right? It's often our brains and our resistance and our judgment that causes issues. And that is what's so powerful about tapping, is as much as it's technically a stress reduction technique, it really is also a tool that you can choose to use to love on yourself more, because it requires you to love, accept, and forgive yourself. That is literally part of what we say out loud. So, what it looks like is you tap on the side of the hand. That's where we do a setup statement. And then once we've done the setup statement, kind of take a pause, a little breath, maybe a sip of water. And then we move through all the other points. And I want to give a disclaimer: if you're not able to reach all of the points for whatever reason, that's okay too. You can just tap where you can reach and it'll still make an impact. So the other points are here on the top of the head. This is what is known as a full round, starting here. Then on the insides of the eyebrows, on the outside edges of your eyes, underneath your eyes, underneath your nose, underneath your mouth, under the collarbones, and then underneath your armpit. And you could do one or you could do both, like this or like this, and then on the wrists. And what we do is we just cycle through these points and speak out loud. And if you're wondering, like, why are we tapping on these points are acupressure and acupuncture points. And so it's been studied that if you do this without touching these points, if you do it on other points, it doesn't work. So it is stimulating these meridians in the body. And that's why it is also really energetic work. And so know that once you've done a tapping sequence, if you feel tired afterwards, that is totally normal, because you are doing a lot of energetic work, and you always want to drink a lot of water too. So that is tapping in a nutshell. I am so grateful that I've connected with this practice, and it's helped me shift so many things in my own life. I started tapping in 2019, I think. And the difference between who I was then and who I am now is honestly massive. I am living so much more authentically. I'm probably the most aligned I've ever been. I'm really living my truth, which is a very scary thing in this world, especially as a queer person. But it also just feels so fucking good. So tapping has been incredibly supportive because I've been able to use it to kind of clear any stuff that comes up along the way, any fears, any difficult emotions, triggers when they come up. It's like, that's what I love about it. It's something that you can do, right? Because sometimes when we feel stuff and it's like so overwhelming to feel it, at least that's how it's felt for me. Actually, just having something that I can do about it really helps. And in this case, it kind of like almost like tricks you into feeling the feelings, because you have to, like I said, the only way it works is that you have to first acknowledge how you feel, and you have to actually amplify that feeling. So it is a way of moving through it in a bit of a structured way. So this is all I have to share about tapping. But if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, or go follow me on Instagram. The link is also in the description. I can talk about this all fucking day. And if you want to tap with me one-on-one, I have one-on-one sessions available on a weekly basis. The link for that is also in the description below. And if you have any requests for tapping videos, then please drop them in the comments. I mean, what else? Like, so many calls to action. And if you're curious now after watching this video, go on my channel. There are other tapping videos for you to explore and actually see how it feels, see the impact, and experience it firsthand. And just be sure to let me know what you think. So thank you for watching. And I really hope that you give tapping a try. It is such a powerful practice.